Marketing and selling is essential in your online business. And when you have the right strategies and mindset, you not only can make a lot of money, but you can change a lot of lives. Welcome to the Online Marketing Podcast, where we help course creators, membership owners, and coaches market and sell their offers.
We're your hosts, Paul and Melissa Pruitt. Let's dive in and get started.
So we want to share with you a process that's going to help you get more sales.
Now, here's the thing. Most of the buyers in the world, like people that are in our audience, they actually didn't wake up as a buyer. They were just being themselves. They were living their lives. They were enjoying Facebook feed and Instagram, and they were eating dinner, and they were judging their friends, and they were doing all kinds of things. They necessarily did not wake up thinking about buying our thing, though.
Yeah, we forget about that a lot of times. And there's really three factors when you have the right person that's, ready to buy. They actually have to be ready to buy. They have to be willing to invest in what you have to offer. And they also have to have that ability to buy your offer as well, too.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a situation where you were ready, willing, but man, you didn't have the money in the bank?
Yeah. You were
something just came up. That muffler just fell off last week. Something just happened. You were not able to make that investment. That's just the reality, right? So this is really key to remember, because a lot of times I think that we're when we send an email, we're here's our offer. We feel like that personal rejection.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times.
100%.
And it's no, not everybody was ready, willing, and able. So there's some people that would love to invest in us, love to invest in our offers, but they didn't have all three of those qualities, which I think is very important. Now, Melissa, in order for people to get those three qualities, because sometimes if they just have two or they just have one, maybe they're in an earlier stage.
Yes, absolutely. They might be in that earlier stage. And this is, again, we talked at the very beginning, sharing a process with you. The process is really taking them through a journey where you're going to build rapport with them. So they might not be, again, ready. They might be in the very, very early stages. So going through that buyer's journey with them and building the rapport, the connection is really going to take them through the process. That'll take them from someone that's cold, which they have no idea who you are, no idea anything about what you do, warming them up a little bit so that they get to know you, they get to like you, they get to trust you. That's what we want. We're really working towards. And then eventually down the line, they're going to become a hot buyer. They're going to be someone that's so excited about what you do because they've invested in you. They hear about what you do and they're excited about it. And they're at that point now where they're more indoctrinated with buying what you have to offer.
Yeah. So if we come back and you think about it, you said the buyer's journey. So we talked about a process. We talked about a journey. Now, I know a lot of us, we would prefer in our sales to have a sprint. The journey is no, I want them to wake up today and buy my thing. Now, this happens a lot of times if you do have a product or service that's more of an impulse buy type thing, maybe a low price thing, something that's hitting a really hard, point, like a pain point that people want to have solved immediately. But a lot of us have products and services where people are just being a stranger, complete stranger. They're not going to be prepared to trust us to purchase. You're talking about knowing trust to be able to jump right out immediately and buy.
Yeah, I think there's a time and place. There's definitely the need for those impulse buys. So you can have a variety of different offers in your product suite. You can have those that are more those impulse buys that maybe don't require as much of a thought process, but it's really going to help solve a pain point. But for most of us, you might have a higher ticket item where it is going to require some thought. It is going to require some trust and getting to know you a little bit better. And again, working through that buyer's journey with the people in your audience is going to build up that trust and lead them down that path to that offer.
Yeah. So if you think about it, in the buyer's journey is in a process, right? That there are different legs to a journey. So Melissa was speaking earlier on about a cold audience. So this is somebody that's a total stranger to you. They probably don't know about your product or service. They might not even know that they have a problem or an issue that you're even addressing. And you need to think about that because people that are in earlier stages, you really need to take the time and message to them different. This is where messaging, I think, is very key.
Yes.
And then when you are messaging, you're going to get the right people. This is where we get followers, people that like our content, they're commenting on things because they can resonate with our social media. A lot of times they might opt into something. They might not buy something today, but they might watch a video that you just did. They might be following you on a blog post. They might be opting in on a freebie that you might be speaking in. But again, they didn't wake up this morning, yawning and stretching and saying, wow, I want to buy the solution to this problem today, right? So we need to make sure that we have and we hang on to that person long term. So as we serve them, as we message them properly, they're going to socially raise their hand in a lot of different ways. They're going to warm up over time, as Melissa was speaking. Now, again, some people are they are the sprinters. They're looking to get that problem solved immediately. But the bulk of our audience is not, again, they're not in that ready, willing, and able mindset, or they're not prepared properly. So we really want to think about that, because if you do have the bulk of your audience that's in that cold stage, like, how would you message to them differently? How would you keep them interested in between when you do make your offer? And then you're going to have those people that are a little bit further along, a little bit more indoctrinated, maybe have 2 of the 3 qualities, like they're ready, willing, but maybe they're not able, or maybe they're missing one of the other 2, right? And then when we do make that offer, we still can't also take, because I think it's a limiting belief to really think like, because a lot of us are afraid to make offers because we think like people are personally rejecting us, right? And I think we need to really push that aside and really lean in that sometimes when we do make that offer, there's a good part of our audience that we're not ready, willing, and able. But there is a certain percentage of that audience that are those hot buyers. Like they are ready, willing, and able to make that investment in themselves.
Yeah. So as you can see, there's a lot of steps to this. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it just, as you're doing your marketing, to keep in mind that, again, not everyone's ready, willing, and able. And the buyers are at different points of the journey. So your messaging is definitely going to be different to someone that's just coming into your world versus someone that's been in your world, you've built trust with, but now it's an opportunity for you to go deeper with them in the messaging and lead them to offers that make sense for them.
You know what? So like any process, it seems overwhelming until you learn the process, right? And what I'm really excited about, Melissa, is that we have something that is coming up that will actually help everyone to actually guide them through the buyer's journey, guide them through this particular process.
Yeah, we're so excited. We have our free ads challenge that's coming up. This is an awesome challenge to go through to really learn about this process and put it into action so that you can do this in all of your marketing messaging. And really the purpose of the challenge is for you to help convert those strangers into raving fan clients. So we're going to have information in the show notes about the challenge, but we definitely want you to sign up for it. Come into the free ads challenge because we want to have you learn this process and you can apply this to every single offer that you do in your business.
Yeah. So again, just head over actually to adschallenge.com. Now, again, we just took the time today just to cover that. Not everybody woke up today thinking about your thing. I know we want everybody to be on that sprint, right? But there's just some people that are on that marathon with us. There's that buyer's journey. Again, marketing is a process. It's a step-by-step process. We need to be careful to make sure we're not fire sailing all day long, because not everybody in our audience wants the impulse buy thing. We're going to have some cold audience people in our audience that we need to speak into and not fire hose them with our offers too much and too aggressively where they just tune out. We need to warm them up. We need to get them into that warm stage so they're ready, willing, possibly ready to be able to purchase our offer. And again, as we guide them through, as we've been talking about today, they're going to be a hot prospect. They're going to be somebody that's really willing to lean in to make that decision because now they like, know, and trust us as well.
Yeah. So we love sharing these online marketing strategies with you. If you love listening, then definitely make sure you subscribe to the show. Share it with a friend because we are talking about this all the time. Online marketing strategies to take your business to the next level. And again, make it impact with what you do.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Head over to adschallenge.com where we are very soon going to be going through a 5-day ads challenge with you to help you navigate that buyer's journey so you can be a super ninja marketer. Come over and join the rest of us. Now, here's the thing, though. In between now and then, as we always say, remember, marketing matters. Thanks for listening to the Online Marketing Podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our show for free strategies and tips to market and sell your offers.
If you would like to work with us and our team to help you snap up more sales and incredible clients with a stellar marketing strategy that works, go to adaptivemembership.com and sign up for our wait list. We have a limited number of spots in our exclusive program to set you up for success and take action. We're waiting for you at adaptivemembership.com.